So, the topic of today's podcast is going to be men who complain but do nothing about it. So, to first start out with this podcast, I have a quote that I wrote, and it is: men solve their problems by finding solutions, and women solve their problems by talking about it. That is the difference between masculine and feminine energy. But there are some men who are all talk but do nothing about their problems, as known as beta males. As men, if you are unhappy or not getting what you want in life, stop complaining, do something about it. 99% of the time, most men have the option to do something, but they choose to do nothing and complain. Instead of complaining that it is raining, do something about it or be happy knowing nothing can affect you. So, I notice a lot of guys that I'll be around, guys that I don't like hanging out with, right? And when I say, you guys might hear me say things like this a lot, sort of recently, and you guys will in the future realize why. But I say a lot of people around me, like it could be such as in school or at work, whatever. And it could be for any of you guys in your personal lives as well. But you guys can relate that you'll be around. It could be in a class, right? And there's other guys around you who are simply just complaining, oh, that it's raining, or I hate this thing, or I hate this class, I hate this school, I hate my job, I hate my life, A, B, C, D, and that's all they talk about, and they just complain. But they never do anything about it. I hate that I don't have any money, and they just keep complaining about every little thing about their lives. But they never take any action towards doing something. So for me, I've always realized that, okay, if something is going wrong in my life, I'm either going to change it, I'm going to fix it, or I'm not going to talk about it. That's it. And that's the difference between most men, is most men, they will put up with their girlfriend, acting like a bitch, or they'll put up with things like this, and they don't change anything. This is why guys get into depression. This is why guys get into this very dark area of their lives, because they're told either, one, talk about your problems, go to a therapist, talk about your problems, and then they realize no one gives a fuck about their problems, right? No one cares how you guys fucking feel, right? No one cares how guys feel. That's just how it is. So you are listening to society and they tell you, oh, just talk about your feelings. And then anyone you talk to your feelings about, they don't give a fuck. So then it digs them into more depression. And then the guys who just complain and just do nothing about it, then there you go. Obviously, you're going to be depressed. You have to do something about the situation you're in. If you're depressed, if you're unhappy, that means it's your brain telling you something needs to change. And if you find yourself complaining about something too often or too much, then that means you need to do something about it. And that means what you're doing now is not working. So it's just like me complaining about a job that I hate. Oh, I hate my job. This job doesn't give me the hours I want, doesn't give me the money I want, A, B, C, F, G. If I sat there complaining and I did nothing about it, then whose fault is that? It's mine. But but there could be two different people. There could be the same person in that same job and position, but he's fine. He's like, hey, I love it, right? But it is what it is, right? There's two different people, but if you don't like where you're at and you generally despise it and you don't want to be there, you dislike certain things, leave. Do something to leave. Like, you have the power. I don't think guys realize that you are in full control of your lives. But I think so many people are stopped by what other people are going to think of them if they do certain things. And bro, trust me, if you are unhappy and you want to go do something in your life and 99% of the people are telling you that it's wrong, but you know that what you're doing is making you unhappy, dude, just fucking do it. Stop caring about what other people are going to say about you, what other people are going to think about you. Like, dude, it doesn't fucking matter. You know how many people called everyone who's successful now idiots or losers, or they're going to fail? Dude, they were called idiots. They were called, out of their mind. They were called crazy. Everyone's called crazy until they start making money, right? Everyone's called a failure, or they're out of their minds if they're going to go strive for something much bigger, right? And then until they make those $1 million and they're like, oh, I always knew you could do it. I always knew you could do it, right? It's those motherfuckers. Like, so guys, understand, if you are unhappy about something or you're depressed in the current situation you're in, you need to do something about it. And obviously, hey, you could just bottle up inside. You could choose not to complain and not talk about it, and you could choose not to do anything about it, and then those guys end up killing themselves. That's pretty much it, right? It is what it is, right? You have to do something about it, right? Because talking about it is one thing, right? But doing something is another thing, right? Because if you just talk about it, cool, that kind of suppresses it, and you can kind of fit in with other dudes who are relating to you, but then it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change where you're at, what you're doing. It doesn't do anything. And that's just the one thing I just don't understand is when I see guys complaining about what they don't get in life, what they don't have, when they complain about things that they can't even control. Like I see guys complaining, oh, it's raining, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, oh, I'm short, oh, I'm ugly, oh, like, and they just keep complaining about things that they can't control. Bro, you can't control your height. That's it. You can't control that shit, right? Like, it is what it is. And obviously, there's some certain things you can mitigate certain things from happening, right? Like, oh, it's gonna rain. Either way, it's gonna rain. All right, we all know this. It's gonna rain. What are you gonna do about it? If you can't do anything about it, suck it up. It is what it is. But if there's something you can do about it, aka move or protect yourself from the rain, then do it. Like, but so many people just like to sit there and complain. But that's because so many men are so feminine. Like, this is literally what feminine energy is. Like, if you give a girl a hammer and a nail, she's gonna look at the hammer and the nail. She's gonna talk about it, how it makes her feel. Oh, yeah, the nail's very pretty. Oh, yes. If you give a boy a nail and a hammer, he's gonna whack the nail. That's it. That's all he's gonna do. He's not gonna talk about it. He's just gonna do it. And that's the difference between men and women. Is when women have problems in their life or problems in situations at work, whatever, they like to talk about it. It makes them feel better, and then in return, that's how they solve their problems. And then they talk about it for 30 minutes, and they're like, okay, cool, I'm done. It's like, what? You didn't even do anything. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. It's like, what the fuck? But with guys, on the other hand, we have to actually physically do something. We have to change something in the real world, right? And obviously, you could change your mindset, but if it's something that's very, very heavily weighing on you, you need to do something about it, right? Because this is what causes dudes to be depressed. This is what causes dudes to be unhappy. And this is what causes dudes to just fucking kill themselves over a girl. I know loads of people in high school that I used to go to high school with who killed themselves over a chick because, she's hooking up with another dude or he caught her cheating, whatever, like multiple times. And he got sick of it, right? And that's it. And I know, like, it's crazy. Like, it's very hard for me to relate because I'm just such a person of action. Like, whenever I feel like I need to do something, I just do it. I don't complain. Like, if something's making me unhappy or I don't like something, I move away from it. I avoid it completely. But there's some people that just are too afraid to do that because society is telling them, oh, if you leave that girl, no other girls are going to like you. You're never going to find any girls better. Oh, you're going to be nothing without that person. Oh, you're nothing. Like, this is what society wants you to believe. This is what the Matrix, this is what the lies want you to believe. And that's why so many men are depressed. Like, more men kill themselves than women. Like, but no one talks about it, though. Like, these are real issues that no one likes to talk about because, hey, it is what it is. No one cares about how guys feel. It is what it is, right? But at the end of the day, like, you have full control of your own life. If something is making you unhappy or you hate something in your life or you dislike something, you hate the fact that you don't have money, you hate the fact that you don't have status, you hate the fact that you don't have power, you hate the fact that you don't have girls, whatever, you can change those things. And obviously there are some things you can't control, right? Hey, this girl's a hoe. You can't control her. She's going to cheat on you, bro. So what are you going to do about it? You going to try pulling her hair out, trying to change the girl, or are you going to leave and find a new girl? It's probably better if you can't change the girl, change the girl, right? So it is what it is. And obviously there's so many things in people's lives that you can do, right? And like, obviously there's some things you can't control, so just avoid it. Stop caring. It is what it is, right? If it's going to rain, you can't do anything about it, cool, stop caring, right? You can either be sad or happy about it. It's much better to be happy if it's going to fucking happen. If you're short, it is what it is. You're short. Like, accept it. Like, you can be sad about it, you can be happy about it. I guarantee the guy who's happy about it is going to be pulling way more chicks than the guy who's sad about it. That's just how it is. So it goes a lot into how men should act And masculine men, they don't complain about things. They don't fucking go around just talking about all their problems. They actually do something about it. It is what it is. Like, that's one thing I've always noticed. If I don't like something, or I want something done, or I want something changed, I just do it. I don't complain. I don't sit there, mope around, be sad. I'm just gonna do something about it, despite the fucking consequences. Cool, like, you're people aren't gonna like me because I did this thing. Well, guess what? It's making me happy. So fuck you. I don't care what you fucking think, right? Oh, but people are gonna hate you if you do that thing. I don't give a fuck what these people think, what these average people think. If what I'm doing makes me happy, yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, because here's the thing. Average people want you to be average. And if you are an above average person and you have that fucking fire blood inside of you, you're going to be very unhappy being average. Like me, I hate being around average people. There's something about it. Like, I can't, I just can't. I literally can't. Like, being around men who are weak, simps, it's just so cringy to me. It's like, bro, what? Like, why? It's like, I don't even want to try helping you. Like, bro, holy fuck. Like, it's too far gone. Like, for me, it's like, bro. But that's just how I've gone. I've gotten to that point where I'm like, dude, I only want to be surrounded by people who are at my level or higher. Like, that's it. It is what it is. And some people just aren't on that wavelength of vibrations. Like, and it's all about energy as well. It's like, bro, it's like a very low energy to just keep complaining. Like, high energy comes from doing and taking action, things like that. That's what you'll notice. It's just like, bro, I just can't be around these fucking people who have low fucking brainwaves. Like, dude, it's out of control, but it is what it is. And obviously, a lot of people hate me because I'm straight up, and a lot of people are going to dislike me, but I don't really give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, what I'm doing is going to make me happy. I'm not fucking going to do what makes you happy because I don't care about you. I don't care about your fucking opinions. I don't care if you like me, dislike me. It doesn't affect me at all. I don't care. Because the guys who allow other people to, control how they act and how they feel or whatever, if you allow someone to have control of your life, of course you're going to be unhappy. Of course you're going to be depressed. Of course those guys kill themselves. That's exactly what happens if you allow someone else to take control of your life, because you're going to be doing things that you don't want to be doing. You're going to be believing in things that you don't even fully believe in. You're going to be following something that you don't even know why you're following it. Like, this is why guys just feel so lost. And when guys are lost, they become depressed, they become unhappy, they become simps. Like, it keeps leading to spirals of horrible things. So if you're listening right now and you find yourself complaining about your job, your life, money, whatever, if you can change it, do something about it. If you can't change it, stop complaining and change your perspective. It is what it is. So hopefully you guys learn something from this podcast. Hopefully you guys realize that the only person's opinions that really should matter is yours, no one else. And at the end of the day, hey, there's always going to be people who fucking don't like you. So it is what it is. You can either try to fit in. Either way, they're not going to like you and they're not going to respect you. Or you could do your own thing. And a lot of people are going to fucking hate you, but you're going to be respected. It is what it is. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. Hopefully you guys learned something. And if you guys want to support the podcast and actually grow your knowledge, go sign up to the email newsletter on the website, alphasonlyclub.com. That way, in case I get banned, whatever, I'll have your guys' emails and I can contact you guys from there. Hopefully you guys learned something. I will see you guys next time.